Days go by, sleeping through the daylight, hunting in the dark, and training hard. Little by little, you get better at not hunting, but gunning and hiding. Yeah, that's your true talent, honed over the years. But let's rewind a bit and see how you ended up like this in the first place. No, I didn't mean that far, but now that we're here, you're extremely distant cousins, the early members of the Priamalurus lineage. While most were busy trying to become the next apex predator, your branch of the family had different ideas. See, most cats were following the standard evolutionary playbook: get bigger, get stronger, get scarier. And while the big cats were fighting over who gets to eat the deer, your ancestors were living in the ecological leftovers, the micro niches that nobody else could physically fit into. I hate to break it to you, but your family's success wasn't about being fierce. It was about never being noticed in the first place. Your ancestors faced evolutionary pressure more from being hunted than from hunting. Those who made noise or took up too much space became someone else's lunch. What's left after millions of years of that kind of pressure is the feline version of minimalism: stripped down, silent, and optimized. Less muscle, but more efficiency was your gene strategy. Smaller body means lower caloric needs, the sustainable life in seasonable environments where food isn't always plentiful. And over time, your ancestors got better at climbing thin branches, leaping precisely, and navigating vegetation so dense it would give other cats claustrophobia. And despite looking like someone shrunk a tabby in the wash, genetically you're more distant from domestic cats than those big jungle cats are. You're not a mini house cat gone wild. You're the product of a completely different evolutionary strategy. While your distant cousins were becoming lions and tigers, your ancestors took the opposite approach: shrunk it, vanishing into the underbrush. And somehow that strategy worked. Or rather, kind of worked. Because today, your entire species numbers fewer than 10,000 mature individuals. No local population exceeds 1,000 adults as you're scattered across disjointed patches of forests in India, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. So, after millions of years of evolution saying smaller, quieter, stinkier, here you are, munching on a few bugs and tiny lizards, while your distant cousins are living the dream, feasting on deer and buffalo. Then sometimes you realize that being invisible is actually a better gig. But 12 months old, you're officially all grown up, and even more of a sweet fluff ball. You reach a whopping 3.5 pounds and stretch to about 14 inches, not including your tail, which adds another 6 inches.